All right, what's going on, guys? Isaac Fletcher here, and welcome to another iHoopsFL interview. Now, before we begin, make sure you guys give me a follow on Instagram, iHoopsFL. So I post all the highlights, all the best clips, all that good stuff. So definitely make sure you give me a follow on there. And also, if you guys want to see any of the other stuff that I've done around the world of basketball, like all the articles I've written for a company down here in South Florida, you can find all that on my Twitter at iHoopsRecruits. So again, iHoopsFL for interview stuff, Twitter at iHoopsRecruits for articles. Anyways, let me bring on our guest right now. What's going on, my guy? How's everything?
What'd you say?
I said, how's everything been, bro?
It's glitching again.
All right, just you can just refresh it again. We'll see if it works. All right, sorry about that, guys. You know, it's how it's been nowadays. I'm sure you guys understand these internet issues been pretty common. So just stay tight. I'll be right back. But yeah, I'm just gonna remove myself from the stream again, and yeah, stay tuned. He'll be back shortly. All right, hello. You able to hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, bad. All right, thank goodness. So yeah, anyways, how's everything been, bro? You straight?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah, what's the deal with your season? Like, are you guys playing a lot of games, or are you having a season, or what's going on with all that?
Oh yeah, we're having a season. We already played like how many games? Like 6 games. We have a game this Tuesday. Yeah, but we're planning on having a season.
Okay, I'm assuming like is this your second year playing on varsity?
Yeah, it's my second year.
Yeah, so I feel like for a lot of like second year varsity players, like playing varsity your freshman year and then playing your sophomore year, I feel like they had like a lot better. Do you kind of feel like a change like from your freshman year to sophomore year? Like you really just got a lot better.
Yeah, I do. Basically just because of experience since like I played varsity last year, I know how it was gonna be, so I just came prepared this year.
And obviously, I mean, you have to you must have been killing it, to some extent because you did get invited to the McDonald's All American camp over in Texas. So just how was that overall?
That game was a great experience. I got to play against top talent and Division 1 players. Like Deshaun Ruffin, Jane from Bradley Bill, Dre Alexander, like a whole bunch of top talent. And I felt like it was a good experience for me, and I had a good time.
And I'm sure in Arkansas, like I don't know how old the talent is there, but I don't think it's too loaded over there. So when you were going to that camp, like was that your first experience playing against that high level talent?
Yes, that was my first time. Other camps I went to like CP3, Future 150. Those were like camps like in my age group, but like the wound camp was like people from like seniors and people that's like already committed.
And I don't know if you'll feel comfortable sharing this, but did you do well at the camp?
Yeah, I did well at the camp. I feel like I held my own at the camp playing against bigger guys, older guys, and I feel like I showed what I can do, and I just proved myself out there. I guess top talent.
And was there at all like an adjustment you had to make on the floor, since you're now playing with guys that are some of them older than you and some are even ranked higher than you in your respective class? So do you have to make any adjustment in the way you were playing?
Well, yes, because at camps like that, people are going to try to like show what they can do, ball hog a little bit. So like I felt like I just had to get my own, hold better defense, tougher defense, so I can get the ball and just play smarter because people go to camps, they feel like they just got a ball hog and stuff, but you just got to play smart, and that's what the college coaches like.
And like our camp's kind of annoying, with that aspect where a lot of guys are just trying to ball hog and prove themselves. Like are they sometimes not as fun as people might think they are?
Yeah, it can get annoying, because camps some camps are like biased towards players. Players might since they think they're like so good they ball hog and stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna play smart. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, bro. I remember, like, I think I was in second grade or third grade. I would go to this basketball camp, like not a camp, like MSHTV or something like that. Like, it was like a
Hmm.
a summer camp, like a week. at the high school I'm at now, and I would go to there. And I'm assuming I was bad at basketball because I would never get the ball past me. I leave the camp mad every day, so I would never get the ball past me. I would run back and forth the whole time, and never. I'm telling you, like I was so heated, bro. Like that was the worst. Like I hated that. I was like furious. Like I was really upset. It kind of hurt my feelings in it to an extent.
Yeah, that's how I used to feel when I was younger.
Yeah, but luckily, obviously, you're doing pretty well, and I'm not. So I obviously ended up doing something right. And can we mention? I think you kind of touched on some of the players, but who are going to be like some of the toughest players you have to face up against over there at the McDonald's All American camp?
Well, like I said earlier, I had to go against J Nash from Badly, Bill Elite, Deshaun Ruffin. He was probably the toughest just because I had to guard him 1-on-1, and he's real quick and shifty. And also Trey Alexander, he's a really good shooter, and those three were like the toughest people I had to play against.
Is Trey Alexander? How tall is he?
He's about 6'4".
I don't know. He seems like a little bit taller, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna like I didn't think you were gonna be that tall. Like you kind of like don't look too tall, I guess. Like from a picture, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but there's some guys where you don't think they're tall, but they're like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought Trey Alexander was gonna be like not 6'10", but maybe like 6'5" or 6'6", something like that. Like he looks like I guess normal for a basketball player.
He might be 6'5". I really don't know how tall he is, but he looks about 6'4", 6'5".
I guess I'm sure you didn't go in with any intimidation, but when you were guarding Deshaun Ruffin, I'm sure it may have been maybe the hardest player you have to guard your whole career. Like, what was it at all challenging for you in the beginning, or were you kind of able to always stick with him throughout the whole time?
Well, to be honest, I actually stick with him. Like I got stops on him, but this one time when I was guarding him, he did get this lucky layup. He like scooped it under my arm. And I was like, that was crazy because I don't know how he like made that. Yeah, I feel confident guarding him.
When you're running back, did you tell him like how'd you even make that or something like that, or you just kind of whatever walked it off?
No, it was a king of the court. So when he made it, I was just confused and I just walked off the court because like we had to get off the court if we got scored on. But he's crafty with his layups, his moves, and I gave him that.
And we see some king of the court, some 1v1s going on. Those USA camps with the NBA players. Those are always super entertaining, super fun to watch. The types of moves they pull out. Are they maybe one of the more funner things you guys do at camp, or sorry, one of the more what's the word? Because funner is not a word, right? What is it? Most fun or something like that?
The best. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know like an idiot, but would you say king of the court is one of the better things that goes on at camps? Like, is that something that guys look forward to?
Well, personally, I look forward to really just 5-on-5 getting up and down because like a real game. Because 1-on-1, it's tough because you're on an island and you just gotta rely on your defense. You just gotta pray that you just hold the defense and get a lucky stop.
Yeah, because if it's not a lucky stop, like you got a chance of being on a highlight play for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, and you don't get any help, so you just gotta guard.
Yeah. Do you ever get nervous, or were you at all nervous, like not to guard Deshaun Ruffin, but were you nervous like he was gonna pull someone off that was not gonna make you look good, on a national scale?
No, I wasn't nervous. I felt like I hold pretty like good defense to stay in front of him. Plus, I have a big size advantage against him, so I just use my length to guard him and stay in front of him.
Yeah, because he is pretty small. And just a completely off topic question, but those are Beats, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you only have Beats, but I'm like, what do you prefer, Beats or AirPods?
I prefer Beats because our AirPods are easier to lose. Because I had AirPods now. I didn't really lose them, but I accidentally put them in the washing machine. I lost one though, and I put them in the washing machine. So I got Beats for Christmas or early Christmas.
Yeah, I personally got neither, but my mom got me these like knockoff AirPods for $20. But I don't know. I just don't like. I'm not a headphones guy, if that makes sense. Like if I'm listening to music, it's just like on a speaker, not out of my ears, because it gives me a headache. Like if I have headphones in my ears, it gives me a headache.
Yeah, after so like so well like much time if you have them like blasting in your ear like music or whatever. It gets annoying and it hurts your ears and you just have to take them off.
Yeah, because I'll be listening to music for like 2 hours straight, and then I'm like, yeah, I can't do this much longer. But if it's on
Yeah.
headphones, like, I can listen to music. But my one thing with beats, because I was thinking about getting beats for a minute, but then I started thinking of like those weird people that walk around school with like headphones like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't think I could get beats just because I kept thinking of that. When I think of beats.
Yeah, I got it's people at my school that do that.
Yeah, that's why. So that's like the thought I came up with, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way. But I think maybe the second. No, you're the second guy that plays in Arkansas. You're the third person I interviewed from Arkansas. But what are Arkansas hoops like?
Well, compared to other states, Arkansas hoops is like on the rise. We have a lot of good talent, but like it's not the talent compared to like if you went to Texas or California, like how and like I said before, the exposure in Arkansas is not really like the like other states. So we're just gonna prove other states wrong and just keep working.
And you and my guy Bryson Warren are probably the next generation of Arkansas hoopers. So, what kind of impact are you trying to leave for the future generation of Arkansas basketball players and athletes?
Well, I don't really know what Bryson's like his impact, what he's trying to make, but I'm trying to leave my impact just not on being like a basketball player, but being a student. There's other like good talent in Arkansas class of 2023. They just don't probably have the exposure that me and Bryson have. But I'm just trying to work hard. You know, show show everybody that I'm a hard worker and that I stay in the gym and that I'm gonna continue to grind.
And even though you said like maybe you and Bryson's intentions may be a little bit different, but you guys do have really similar offers, or at least a handful that are the exact same. So, have you guys ever discussed about possibly teaming up at the next level?
No, I haven't. I haven't. We don't really talk about that. Like I don't talk about anything like to anybody about that. I just want to go to a college that fits, that I fit in, that I can bond in, that I love. I really don't get into like teaming up because like you know we just don't talk about that stuff.
And is recruitment like just in general? Is that something players do talk about with each other, or is that usually like something they ever talk about?
No, like players. Well, so I don't know. Players don't really talk about that. Like their parents might, but I don't know players. I don't go around talking about my recruitment. Like
Yeah,
if
but
somebody went up,
hopefully. Oh, so sorry. You're gonna say something?
well, yeah, like if somebody went up to me, like I really don't like people talking about my recruitment. Like people at school go around talk about my recruitment, and like I just don't like when they do that.
Yeah. So we may need to stray away from some of those questions, but I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna ask one recruitment. Actually, no. I'm gonna ask two recruitment questions. So one, I mean, just like what has that process been like so far?
Recruitment is doing good right now. Currently have 9 offers. Like I said, TCU and Oral Roberts and them. I have 5 interests from Baylor, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Missouri, and Purdue. And I just gotta keep working, keep grinding, and eventually my recruitment is gonna grow.
And so you ended up answering, the second question with the terms of interests. So I don't even need to ask that anymore. So you kind of knocked it out fast. But like, why aren't you talking about your recruitment? Because I'm sure, like a lot of kids, dream of getting to the level you're at, or guys even older than you, like wish they were at the level you're at one day. So like, why is it something you kind of like to keep quiet?
What'd you say?
Like a lot of people like kind of wish they were in your situation and wish they had all these offers either as a kid or if they're the same age you are right now. Like they wish they were a star basketball player like yourself, picking up D1 offers left and right. So why is it something you kind of like to keep quiet about?
I like to keep quiet about it because I don't want that stuff to get in my head about offers and stuff. Because not saying I do this, but some people when they like get an offer, some they think they're just the best, and then they just start working or whatever. And then eventually, as they get older, it catches back up to them. But to me, I just keep quiet about it, continue to grind, and stay in the gym.
Yeah, definitely, man. And sticking to grinding, staying in the gym. What are your goals for the season?
Well, I basically have simple goals for the season. Really, just to get my team to first, you know, make it to at least top three in conference, so we can make it to state. Then make a run in state and make it to state championship, and eventually win the state championship.
And in terms of Arkansas, sorry, I said like I don't even know what words I combined, but in terms of Arkansas hoops and players getting exposure, it even does look like you didn't even get too much love from a lot of media as well. Like, can you talk about how hard it's been for you to get national attention from college coaches?
Well, to me, my dad, he really stays in touch with all the college coaches, so I really don't know how hard it is, but he is the one who like talks to all the schools and communicates with the coaches and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like talking to the schools and getting the schools is a different thing. Like, I'm sure a lot of people could talk to college coaches, but to talk to them, like you have to get them. They have to see you play. So, is your dad kind of like that guy, like, putting your name out there and sending, your tape out to college coaches, or how, like
Yeah,
how
he
the hell found out about you?
well, he is the one. He runs my Twitter, so he sends out like he posts all my highlights. He posts all my highlights and he sends them to like my AAU coach. Well, not my AAU coach, but my high school coach. Um, the head of our AAU program, the Hawks. Like we did this little highlight that they sent to all college coaches, a little hype video or whatever workout, way back, and they sent that to all the college coaches, and I feel like that also helped me, with the coaches. That got to see that let them see in the future what I can do, and also camps.
And have you ever been featured in on Ball's Life or like Slam Magazine or Overtime or anything like that on YouTube, or has that ever happened, or has that never happened to you before?
No, the only time I was on overtime was back in seventh grade when I played for the Joe Johnson Hawks and we played Bronny and in Alabama. That was the only time, but it wasn't just me, but like we were just playing against them.
Okay, I just want to ask a quick question about that game because you may have your different opinion, but that could be like the best AAU team of all time at that age, maybe because I mean those kids like at that age are doing something that I think kids my age can't even do. So I think that's pretty crazy. But can you talk about like just what that matchup was like and the amount of hype around that game at such a young age?
The matchup was pretty cool. It was LeBron James' son and his team playing against us, and the hype was there. But we actually only lost by five. At half, we was up. Then eventually, we lost by five, and we really didn't get caught up in the hype. We just came out there and worked.
And this is gonna sound really bad because I mean I thought they were like never lost a game before until recently I discovered like, oh, they actually lost a good amount of games, but um are they not as good as they were made out to be?
I really don't know because I really don't watch them play. Um, you know, but people say they're overrated. I mean, I think they're a little overrated just because LeBron James' son plays on their team. Michael Williams played on that team, so they got hype or whatever. So I mean, they're pretty good, but like I don't think they're like just that good. Like you know, super team.
Yeah, well, that is two 5 stars already on one team, and then a 7 footer in middle school. So that's kind of I think that's kind of why it makes it a super team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like once you kind of get to a certain level, like every team is like that. At least at the circuit team levels. But again, going back to the exposure, like I guess how good does it make you feel knowing that like you get your offers not from getting all this national media attention and kind of going viral or playing in a big game in front of like slam, balls like all that stuff. Like how does it make you feel knowing that you got the exposure just because coaches saw just straight up normal film from you and just like the way you play?
It makes me feel good because that means they're actually like watching my game. They're not watching like highlights, viral highlights of me playing against a super good team or whatever. They're like actually watching my game, seeing how I play, and that can also be good when I get to that level because once I get up there, they can tell me and help me what I can do better and like critique me and all my stuff.
And I'm not gonna say like, oh, like, are you gonna try maybe clout chasing one day? But is getting clout and blowing up, getting tons of followers, like getting verified. I guess all the other attention that could come to top basketball players like yourself. That's something that you would want.
I mean, cloud. Cloud. That's a good question. I don't really know because like cloud. To be honest, it really helps you at the end of the day. Like if you have clout, but you can back up the clout, like you're really good. Like that's different. But if you have clout, but like you can't really back it up, that's a different story. But like if I have clout, I feel like I can back it up. Prove myself.
So is that something like again, you're not chasing for it, but that's something I guess you would want because you said you could back it up.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like do you know, I guess not insight about your recruitment in particular, but just recruitment in general. Like do players with clout, pick up offers more easily? Because I thought it didn't matter at all.
Actually, I really don't know because like college coaches, they're not like high school coaches. Like college coaches, I feel like I don't really know, but I feel like they don't really caught up in the clout and hype. They're just looking for a good basketball player that fits their team, be a team player. So I don't know if college coaches get caught up in the hype or if that helps their recruitment. I mean, if it does, it does, but I really don't know.
So like, why would you kind of make that statement where, I guess you would want the cloud because you back it up, and that's a really good thing to have. Like, why would you make that statement?
Because well, first of all, because I'm hearing like in college at the start of 2023, if like you can make money off your name, so
Oh,
clout
that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
so clout that's a really good way to make money. Like if you have clout, then you're making money. But still, if I have clout, I still want to be able to play and like show what I can do. Um, prove myself.
And how crazy is that knowing, like, unless you somehow, or I don't want to say anything about, like, how crazy is that knowing that when you do go to college, I mean, you're probably gonna be getting paid to play basketball. It's almost like you're a mini professional in a way. Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah, that's crazy, but it's also good because it shows that your hard work is paying off, and don't take it for granted because it could get taken away from you.
Definitely. And I got one more question for you. I want to know, what are your career goals?
My career goals is just to go to college, get a education, play basketball, then eventually, hopefully, make it to the NBA and continue to like grind and stuff. But like, if I don't make it to NBA, you got to have a backup plan. But I'm still working on a backup plan. But I just want to go somewhere that I can still make money, and that's why it's good to be a student athlete, not just an athlete. Because if you're just an athlete, it's hard to like, fall back on something. But if you're a student athlete, you can like fall back on something because you got the education and knowledge to back up on something. So my career goals is just to do something to make money, but really just to go to the NBA or or overseas to just play basketball.
So I guess the moment, so that backup plan is a work in progress. Like you don't really know what you want to do as a backup plan, but you want to have one.
Yeah, I really don't know what I want to do as a backup plan, but I'm just focused on playing basketball right now. But then if that doesn't work out, then I'll figure something out. But I'm just focused on playing basketball.
But you do mention being a student athlete, unless you maybe end up going that G League route. When you go to college, even though you'll be making some money off playing basketball, hopefully you're gonna need to pick a major and probably study something. So do you know, like, I guess what kind of route you would want to go in?
No, I really don't know at the time, but I've been hearing a lot about business and management and stuff like that, you know. But to be honest, I really don't know like what I want to major in right now. But I feel like as the years goes on, like about junior year, senior year, I'll figure that out.
And you definitely got plenty of time on your hands. Like high school goes by fast, but at least in terms of
Yeah.
picking that, like I think people like sometimes pick this major and then they change it like middle of college. Like that stuff happens. So you definitely got plenty of time. But before we go into the interview, is there anything you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
No, it's just shout out to you for allowing me to do this interview. Shout out to all my coaches. My recruiting coaches, and all of them. And that's pretty much it.
Wait, did you say recruiting coaches?
Like the coaches that recruit me.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like you got some special like recruiting coach kind of teaches you how to handle recruiting. I was like, uh, That's pretty dope. But I guess that's not the case. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you taking your time, allowing you to talk to me. It really means a lot. But anyways, make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at LayGoGetIt and at iHoopsFL. And anyways, for 2023 Little Rock Christian Academy point guard, Layden blocker, I'm Isaac Fleischer. And this has been another iHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.